A welcome, chosen ones. Imagine being in a world where chaos seems to rule, where the darkest forces try their hardest to break you, derail you, and drown you in doubt. Yet somehow, despite every setback, you keep rising. It's not luck, and it's not just strength. It's something deeper. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are set apart. You are one of the chosen ones, marked with a destiny that no force, no matter how dark or powerful, can change. Every attempt to shake you has only revealed an unseen shield that wraps around you. A protection so profound it feels like you've got invisible armor. It's like you're playing by a different set of rules, ones that the rest of the world can't see or understand. There's a light inside you that darkness can't snuff out, a path that you were meant to walk even if it means stepping alone. You were chosen not because the road would be easy, but because you have what it takes to face what others fear. This isn't about being invincible. It's about being untouchable where it counts most. You might feel the weight of the world, you might be bruised and weary, but you've been sealed with a purpose, safeguarded by a force beyond comprehension. Your battles aren't random. They are proof of your destiny. You're not just surviving, you're moving towards something extraordinary. There's a reason why, despite everything, you are still here. You are walking a path that even the strongest demons can't destroy. Your destiny is sealed, and nothing can break it. We are discussing 13 things why chosen ones, even the top demon, can't touch you. God sealed your destiny with unbreakable protection. Starting with number 1. Your struggles are divine training grounds. Every struggle you faced wasn't by accident. Those moments of hardship, the setbacks, and the painful times weren't just random events. They were intentional, like a tailor-made course designed specifically for you. Each challenge, each heartache, every wound you've endured has served a greater purpose. These weren't tests to break you. They were lessons to shape you, pushing you to the very edge of your limits and then a little further. Those scars you carry, they aren't signs of weakness or failure. They're proof that you've faced what most would flee from and survived. They are the evidence that you've been through something profound, a sign that you have been through the fire and come out forged stronger, wiser, and more resilient. What others see as unfortunate or unlucky moments were the very situations that prepared you for something far beyond the ordinary. You've been tested in ways most people can't imagine, and you've walked through storms that would drown others. Those experiences were meant to toughen you, to sharpen your instincts, and to prepare you for battles ahead that you don't even see coming yet. It's not about just surviving. It's about becoming someone who is unshakable. Every wound has left you more aware. Every disappointment has taught you patience. And every heartbreak has fueled a strength that can't be faked. You're not defined by the easy moments, but by the way you've met every trial and kept moving forward, scars and all, with a purpose that's unmistakably yours. Number 2, supernatural immunity, an invisible shield. You've faced situations that would have shattered others, yet you're still here, standing firm. It's not that life hasn't tried to knock you down. It absolutely has. The storms were real, fierce, and relentless. You felt every gust of wind and every hit, but somehow you walked through them with a sense of resilience that defies explanation. There's something in you, something unspoken and invisible, that acts like a shield, protecting you from complete collapse. It's not that you don't get hurt or feel pain, it's that the damage doesn't sink as deep. What crushes others only makes you pause, then push forward again. It's as if you're wired differently, carrying a kind of supernatural immunity that guards your core when life throws its worst at you. The struggles might bruise you, but they don't own you. You've faced betrayal, heartbreak, and loss, but your spirit stays untouched. Your scars might tell a story of battles, but they don't show defeat, they show survival. It's not about invincibility, it's about an inner strength that can't be explained by logic. There's a depth to your endurance that goes beyond physical toughness. It's as if the blows you've taken only solidified your resolve. Every attempt to break you has only revealed how unbreakable you truly are. It's not luck, and it's not about avoiding pain. You have a resilience that can't be taken, a shield that's felt but never seen, protecting you even in the darkest moments. Number 3. Resistance means you're dangerous to darkness. Every time life throws another obstacle in your way, it's a signal. You're stirring something powerful, something that doesn't want you to succeed. The constant resistance isn't because you're on the wrong path. It's proof that you're exactly where you need to be. The setbacks, the endless challenges, the moments of doubt, these are not random. Darkness doesn't waste time fighting what isn't a threat, and the fact that it keeps pushing against you only highlights how dangerous you are to it. It sees you, and it knows you're carrying something potent, something that has the power to disrupt. Every struggle you face isn't just about testing your strength, it's about slowing you down, hoping you'll give up. But what it fails to realize is that with each barrier, your resolve grows. Every ounce of resistance only fuels your fire, sharpening you into someone who not only withstands the storm, but learns to navigate through it with purpose. The harder it gets, the more it confirms that you're onto something important, something that's shaking things up. You're not just a bystander in this fight. You're a force in your own right, challenging what others don't see, daring to walk paths that darkness wants to keep closed. This resistance isn't a warning to turn back. It's a reminder that you're exactly where you're meant to be, someone with the power to change things that others can't. Number 4. Isolation is the process, not a punishment. When you find yourself pulled away from the usual crowd, feeling distant or set apart, it's not some cosmic punishment, it's preparation. This isolation isn't here to make you feel lonely. It's here to clear the space around you, to sharpen your focus. You've been removed from the distractions, the noise, and the endless opinions because what you're being called to do requires your full attention. It's not about cutting you off from the world. It's about removing everything that could cloud your vision. In this solitude, you're being refined. It's a process that strengthens you, that builds resilience, clarity, and a depth of understanding that can't be developed in the middle of constant company. This isolation isn't about separation from others, but about connection to yourself and your mission. Without the usual interruptions, you begin to see things clearly, to hear what's really going on within you, to understand the direction that only you can take. While it may feel empty at times, solitude is a powerful teacher, stripping away illusions and giving you a sense of independence that can't be easily shaken. It's not a prison, it's the furnace where purpose is clarified, distractions are burned off, and your inner compass gets realigned. This phase is not forever, it's simply part of your journey, ensuring that when you step back out, you do so with a strength and clarity that are unbreakable. Number 5. They throw stones because they can't touch your soul. When others throw stones, hurl criticisms, or try to pull you down, it's not a reflection of who you are, but of their own frustrations. They aim at what's visible, hoping to hit something that matters. But the truth is, they can't reach the parts of you that are truly untouchable. Your soul, your purpose, the core of who you are. They can try to create noise around you, stir up doubt, or undermine your path. But these are just distractions, attempts to deflect from the fact that your strength lies far beyond their reach. Every jab, every betrayal, is a sign of their discomfort, their inability to understand or contain the purpose you're living out. They see something powerful in you, something they either envy or fear, but they can't quite pinpoint it or diminish it. Their stones only skim the surface because the essence of you, your resilience, your purpose, the reason you keep going, is protected, shielded from whatever they throw. They attack what they can see, hoping to shake what they can't touch. But their stones never reach the heart of you, the unbreakable part that keeps you moving forward. It's beyond them, and deep down they know it. This frustration fuels their attempts, but in the end all they're doing is revealing the strength of what's within you, unshaken, untouchable, and determined. Number 6. Your resilience drives them mad. There's something about your resilience that drives your enemies crazy. They throw every obstacle in your path, hoping this time it will break you, but instead, you keep getting back up, stronger and more determined. Your ability to rise again and again doesn't just surprise them, it unsettles them. They can't figure out how you're still standing after everything they've put you through, and it gnaws at them. This resilience isn't something you learned or faked. It's like a deep-rooted part of you that can't be shaken, no matter what life throws your way. What they don't understand is that your strength comes from something greater, a light within you that darkness can't reach. It's not just a matter of being tough. It's like there's a force within you that refuses to let you quit. Every time they think they've beaten you, you show up again, as if to remind them that their efforts are pointless. They're fighting against something in you that's beyond their reach, beyond anything they can comprehend. Your resilience isn't just human determination, it's a fire that refuses to go out, fueled by a purpose bigger than any setback. This drives them mad because they see that no matter how hard they try, they'll never extinguish what's in you. In the end, your resilience is a constant reminder that their power is limited, while yours keeps growing. Number 7. You wield chaos like a weapon. Where others see chaos as something to avoid, you step right into it, almost as if it's natural for you. What would shake most people to their core, you embrace and turn to your advantage. The reason chaos seems to follow you isn't because it's meant to break you. It's because you have a rare gift, the ability to take disorder and transform it into something powerful. You don't panic when things fall apart. You analyze, adapt, and somehow turn the mess into something meaningful. It's as if the storm strengthens you, honing skills that others never have a chance to develop. People can't understand how you manage to stay calm when everything around you seems to be unraveling. But that's precisely where you thrive. You don't just survive the chaos, you wield it, using its unpredictability as a tool, a resource, a weapon. You draw power from the very things others fear, turning every broken piece into a building block. While others flee from disorder, you stand firm, knowing you were built to handle it. This isn't just resilience, it's a level of mastery over life's turbulence that few people ever achieve. You don't crumble under pressure. Instead, you grow sharper, stronger, and more focused, creating order out of disorder with a kind of unbreakable strength that comes from facing chaos head-on and making it work in your favor. Number 8. Evil fears your silence more than your words. Your silence can be more powerful than any words you might utter. In a world that often thrives on noise and conflict, when you choose to hold your tongue, you create a ripple effect that sends shockwaves through those who wish you harm. They thrive on reaction. They expect you to lash out, defend yourself, or engage in their games. But when you remain quiet, you take away their power. Your refusal to react isn't weakness. It's a strategic choice that reveals your understanding of the situation on a deeper level. This ability to remain calm while chaos swirls around you unnerves the forces of darkness. They can't manipulate you with their taunts or provocations because you see through their tactics. When you stay silent, it shows that you are in control, and that frightens them more than any outburst could. They know you have the insight to recognize their intentions and the wisdom to respond only when it truly matters. Your silence becomes a fortress, a protective barrier that keeps their negativity at bay. It forces them to confront the reality that they can't reach you. In a way, your quiet strength leaves them guessing, uncertain of your next move. They know that you're not just reacting. You're planning, strategizing, and waiting for the right moment. And that's when your true power shines, leaving them in a state of confusion and fear, wondering when the calm will break and how you'll rise with an impact that's far greater than mere words ever could. Number 9. Time moves differently for the chosen. For those who are chosen, time seems to operate on a different wavelength. You may find that while others rush, pushing for quick results and immediate outcomes, your journey has a unique rhythm all its own. It's not that you're behind or wasting time, it's that you're moving according to a timing beyond what others understand. When things don't happen on schedule, it's because your path isn't tied to the same deadlines. There's a purpose to every delay, every unexpected twist, and each so-called setback. These aren't signs of failure. They're part of a larger plan that's carefully aligning every piece for the right moment. Your life isn't set to an ordinary clock because your path has deeper layers. orchestrated to make sure you're in the exact place you're meant to be. When others get frustrated with your pace or question your timing, they're only seeing it from a limited perspective. You, however, are in sync with something beyond that, a kind of divine timing that ensures each step is purposeful and perfectly aligned. It's not about rushing or hitting markers on someone else's timeline. It's about growth, preparation, and readiness that's measured differently. So while it may seem like things take longer for you, remember every moment is precisely what you need. Time isn't against you. It's shaping you, guiding you, and aligning each opportunity so that when you move forward, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Number 10. Unexplainable moments, proof of your protection. There are moments in your life that defy logic, close calls, last-minute rescues, and lucky breaks that leave you wondering how you made it through. You've encountered situations where, by all accounts, you shouldn't have come out unscathed, yet here you are, still standing. These aren't random chances. They're signs of something far greater at work. Each of these moments, each unexplainable escape, speaks to a force that's been watching over you, guiding you, and keeping you on course. When you look back, it's clear that these weren't just strokes of luck. They were interventions meant to shield you from what could have brought you down or thrown you off track. There's a reason you've seen more than your share of just-in-time outcomes, where everything seemed to fall into place against the odds. It's a reminder that your journey isn't like everyone else's. It's touched by a kind of protection that can't be explained away. These experiences aren't here to make you question or doubt. They're here to reinforce that your path is unique and guided. You've been pulled from the edge enough times to know that your purpose runs deep and your steps are watched over. The world might call it coincidence, but you know better. This journey, with its unexplainable moments, is proof that you are walking with a protection that goes beyond what the eye can see. Number 11. Not invincible, but untouchable. You're no stranger to pain. You felt the sting of betrayal, the weight of disappointment, and the ache of deep wounds. But there's something unusual about the way you endure. While you feel every impact, it never takes you down for good. You get hurt, yes, but the deepest defeat, the kind that leaves others broken, never reaches you. Somehow you have a core that can't be shaken, no matter how heavy the hits are. It's as if every fall only brings you back stronger, proving that while you may stumble, you never truly fall. This resilience doesn't mean you're invincible or that you don't feel the lows. It means that the essence of who you are, your purpose, your will, is untouchable. You might bear scars, but you don't carry defeat. Every time you're tested, you come back with a clarity that only comes from facing what others would call the end. You stand back up with a steadiness that says, you're unbreakable. Not because you're immune to struggle, but because the very worst can't diminish you. It's not a shield against all pain, but a kind of inner armor that ensures you're never truly conquered. Number 12. Your intuition is divine radar. Your intuition isn't just a hunch or a random feeling. It's like having divine radar guiding you through life. That gut sense, the one that seems to know what's right or wrong before you even think about it, is more than just instinct. It's a built-in compass, a form of guidance that taps into something beyond logic, beyond what you can see. When you feel that strong pull towards something or an unexplainable push away, it's not just a coincidence. It's a sign that you're tuned into a higher level of understanding, one that's leading you exactly where you're meant to go. This inner radar works because your path has already been sketched out. There's a direction uniquely yours, and each intuitive nudge is like a beacon, aligning you with the steps meant only for you. It's a silent language that doesn't need words, just that feeling that you know in your bones. Whether it's a clear no that warns you off or an undeniable urge toward a new opportunity, each signal is part of a plan larger than you can fully grasp. Trusting this guidance means trusting that there's a destiny mapped for you, and your role is to follow the signals, knowing they're leading you exactly where you're meant to be. Number 13. You're chosen because you don't fit in. If you've ever felt out of place, like you couldn't quite blend in, it wasn't a sign that something was wrong with you. That feeling of being different, of always standing on the edges, was a quiet confirmation of your unique path. You weren't made to fit into the usual molds or to disappear in a crowd. Fitting in was never your purpose. In fact, that constant sense of otherness was the universe's way of highlighting that you're cut from a different cloth. The world often tries to push everyone toward the same standards, but you were meant to break away from that. Every time you felt isolated or out of sync, it was a reminder that your journey isn't supposed to mirror anyone else's. You're wired to see things from angles others overlook, to question instead of conform, and to stand firm even when it's uncomfortable. This path isn't easy. It can feel lonely and confusing, but it's also powerful. You're meant to go where others hesitate, to pave new trails, and to think in ways that challenge the ordinary. Your sense of not belonging wasn't a burden, but a call to step into your own authority. You're here not to be part of the crowd, but to lead in a way that only someone with your vision and strength can. Follow me as we conclude. To be chosen means moving through life with a purpose that's shielded from forces most can't see or understand. Yes, you face battles. And yes, the challenges are real, but you carry a kind of strength that isn't touched by the ordinary. Every setback, every struggle has only sharpened you, building resilience that goes deeper than words. You don't walk alone, and it's no accident that you've made it this far. There's a force at work protecting you, guiding you, keeping you in line with a path that's meant solely for you. Those who try to pull you down can't grasp why they can't reach your core, and the darker forces pushing against you only strengthen the shield around you. This isn't to say the path is easy, but it is marked by a power and protection that's unbreakable. You were set apart to fulfill something greater, and that purpose has been fortified against anything that tries to derail it. No matter the challenge, you are untouchable in ways others may never understand. That's the reality of being chosen, destiny sealed, protected, and unshakable. Thank you very much for watching until the end. You are blessed.